family. We are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself and say, God, why is this happening to me?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us on a Wednesday, 2021. It is the 23rd of June. You guys, we are 1 month and 2 days away from our giveaway, or our lottery. Might as well say our lottery raffle. Might as well say raffle. Let's not get them all twisted and everybody be like, how dare you? Thank you guys for joining us. We got a small group in here, but thank you guys for showing up. Hey, welcome. I want to know how to say your name. Wilhelmina. We just say Peacock. She got Grumps. Peacock on there. Peacock. Thank you for joining. Please call in if you want me to say your name right. Marge, how you doing? I see you in there, Soldier Girl. Violin Villa is in the building. Oh. Hi, SP. Thank you for calling me. I figured it out. The only way is to be on my laptop. Good to hear from you. Thank you so much. Okay, I see you in the building. Okay. You shouldn't have to only be on your laptop unless you got something different on your phone. You should be able to be on your phone and do it too. Just letting you know. But we'll figure that out. Shay Works is in the building. Nene knows. Lisa Taylor, Huda, Marsha Poole, and Dawn is in here. Candy Richardson, Monica Hall. Monica, you should be getting your stuff by tomorrow. Watch for it. You got to sign for it. Lisa Taylor, Sharon Woods. Tina T is in the building. Pisces Princess is in the building. And I know Sonia Watts is in here. Ruby Turner, Debbie Canada, Black Pearl, Tricia Mountain. How you doing, Tricia? Empress of Weirdness is in here. I'm trying to go through here real quick and see what's going on. Shalana Phillips, how you doing? Thank you for showing up. Lisa Calhoun. Misty Blue is in the building. D Holla is in the building. I want to know some of you guys. So I'm looking for a special name, but I don't see it. I don't see her in here. So wow, Galaxy, how you doing? Tricia Tinky's in the building. River Vagan is in the building. Maxine, how you doing? Harkness, Loving God, Libby Pounds is in here. Zena is in here. Tina Monroe is in here. And the mods are in the building. How you doing, you guys? Trina Taylor says, I'm here. How you doing? Thank you guys for showing up. Today is Wednesday, 2021, June the 23rd. Thank you guys for showing up. If you came in the building, please put a thumbs up as you come in. I don't know what's going on right now, but I will call her after the live. So everybody's got their June the 10th prize. Please let me know if you did not. They should have been already. All of them is sent out, and it's just a matter of time. So if you gave me the wrong address or something, and I'm pretty sure there's a receipt somewhere too. So we're gonna figure it out, and I will get in touch with Hold Your Power. And there's one person that we need to make sure that they got everything that they needed. It went to the right place. Because we cannot just give us an address and then say, I didn't get it. Because, yeah, I don't know how anybody else do it. But I'm pretty sure that she keeps her receipts. So hopefully she keeps her receipts on this situation, because this is the way I do it. But I don't tell people how to do their things and stuff. Especially like when I send the purse out, and I know that I can't just, hey, here's another purse. Oh, I make sure you have to sign for it. Anything else I can probably replace. But something like that, I can't replace it. No, I can't do it 2 times. I just can't do it. And I know, I'm just saying, it's just not this person or that person. It's for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. When I send something over $100, I make sure you have to sign for it. Even if I tell you have to pay the $3.50, you will sign for it. But because I just can't redo it. I just can't. It's not that I'm cheap. I just can't afford to do it. But we will work it out. Trust and believe. We will find out where it is. Okay? Anyway, you guys, I want to thank everybody for showing up. Make sure you hit the thumbs up as you came in the building. We're 10 minutes into the live. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and share. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the information that was out yesterday. There was breaking news that they had put a warrant out for, in the Samuel Orson case, they put a warrant out for Benjamin Rivera, however you say his last name, Rivera. Anyway, they have picked him up. He is arrested. He's in custody. Thank you, Infamous Truth Teller, $5 for the super chat. Thank you. And we are going to get those tickets together this weekend. So that will go into our drawing. We don't know how we're going to do it, but we will get with you and let you know how that's going to go. But it will be in the drawing for the giveaway. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, and I want to say thank you, Ruby. This is from Ruby Ray. All right. Thank you, Ruby Ray. I didn't have your name up there. Infamous, she says, well then, like the sound of that. Yes, it will be in there. I think you in there. I don't even know what you trying to win, girl, but I think you gonna win it because people don't know. It comes pretty fast, but hey, you never know. You never know. Thank you for the super chat. She says, I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna win it. Thank you for the super chat. Infamous Truth Teller, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Let me get in there. Thank you. Thank you. And hey, Peggy Toe, how you doing? And Andrea and Taylor, how you doing? Yes. You guys know that we've got one of those small little motorcycles. If you have a kid, a grandkid, or a neighbor, or niece or nephew, that those things are expensive, you guys. And then we're going to have to ship it to you. And we're going to have to go to FedEx because they've got a deal going on. And they told me that they could ship it lower than anybody else. So I already got a box. I might have to put some pillows in there because it's already put together. And how you doing, Miss Vegan, River Vegan. Naomi said, yes, they're nice. Oh, and Naomi, the one that's the stage up to the one that Pooh Bear got. Girl, shut your mouth. That thing goes really fast. It's for 5 and above. And we ended up having to upgrade Pooh Bear's to the faster one because he has adapted to the other one. Even though he likes the whistles and the bells and the lights, he's pretty fast and advanced when it comes to the bikes and things of that nature. I didn't know, but Infamous says, I have 2 boys, 3 and 7. They will love it. 3 and 7 will love it. And so we upgraded Pooh Bear's, and wow, what a difference. It's like 3 times faster, but you can control the speed until they get used to it. And that's the best thing about it. And you heard him when his dad called. I said, let me speak to Pooh Bear. And I said, what you doing? He said, my bicycle, my motorcycle. He said, my motorcycle. And I said, you been riding? He said, it's dead. Grandma, like, it's dead. And he rides it until it's drained every single day. He loves it. He loves it. He loves it. He loves it. And if you got a kid, I mean, you can enter in the contest. We're going to have 2 separate ones. I mean, it's not going to be separate. It's going to be together. But if you want a lot of your tickets to go into the motorcycle one by itself, because you have a child or grandchild or a niece or nephew, you could put most of your tickets in there, or you could put it in the multi one, because the multi one, you're going to have probably, we always have 20 gifts. You guys, I've got stuff still in the car that I have not brought out yet. I'm trying to show everybody some of this stuff. Do you guys want to see it real quick before we get into this? I got some of this stuff right out here. I do. Let me see if I can grab some stuff real quick. Ouch. So I'm trying to get all of this stuff together. Let me see here. Oh, hold on. Hold on. So I can start showing you some of this stuff and putting it around me so I'll know what all we're gonna have. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know who that is. We got well, she said, well then, like that sound, then yes, you do. Much to beautiful queens that's always sharing and caring. Thank you, Yvette C. Thank you for the super chat. You will be all in the drawing too. And then this weekend, or maybe next weekend, but I'll get all the names down so everybody will know. But I'm trying to figure out how this stuff works here. I'm trying to get all the stuff together. So we have brand spanking new, I don't know, some kind of sound spa, portable, compact. And you guys, we're going to put a wheel on it. So, maybe you guys going to have to tell me this weekend, should we put it on the wheel and then whatever you spin and land on, that's what you get? Or should we let you pick what you get? We've got this in there. I'm going to set it right there so you guys will know. We've got some automatic steaming curling iron thing. Brand spanking new. Let me look at it a little bit. I haven't even seen some of this stuff. I told you guys we got stuff coming in all the freaking time. So I don't know what it does, what it do. It's got some gadgets or something. I don't know what it does. I have no clue. It's supposed to curl your hair or something. Automatic steaming curling iron. So some people may like that. We got some kid buddy headphones that came in. Okay. We got this pro such and such. I know we got a coffee tank. We got a coffee maker, a couple of coffee makers. We got this wood bed riser thing. That's going to be in there. And we probably just going to say, hey, pick your whatever it is. It all depends. But it's going to be about 20 gifts. Some of the family members reached out to me, sent me some jewelry. We got some jewelry that I have not brought down yet. We got some purses. That's going to be in the big one with the motorcycle. What else was it? Oh, you guys know we got the pan set, the pan set, and then we're going to have some gift cards too. So I'm just letting you guys know it's going to be July the 25th. That's what we're going to do, July the 25th. If you have anything that you want to donate and we can put off in there, it can be used on things of that nature. But, you got something to share to help our cause and help us get where we need to go. Please let us know and we'll work it out. Okay, I know what's going on. I wanted to share a little bit with you guys because I know you forgot. She said, I want that motorcycle. I bet you do. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. The wheel sounds good. Betty says the wheel sounds good. We're going to all vote on that stuff. And, let me show y'all something else. I've got 2 of these that came in. Hold on. I think this was really pretty. See, I tell you guys, we have people that sponsors us all the time. And so look at this right here. This is an Ashley Princess watch set and the wallet set. This is Ashley Princess. I've got 2 of them. Brand spanking new. Just letting you know. Here's one. I wonder if the other one is the same color. Oh, let me see. Oh, same color. Here, I'll let you see both of them at the same time. We've got 2 of them. Wow. 2. So I'm just letting you guys know. Or maybe we'll put one in this one And we'll put one in the Christmas one. How about that? We don't want to put, let me put this in here. That way we won't give away both of them at the same time. How about that? So we'll have one for Christmas. Anyway, you guys, I was just showing you some of the stuff. Oh, we've got a twin comforter set. That might go in the Christmas one because it's a comforter set. It's for a little girl. Is it a smartwatch? No, it's not a smartwatch. It's just a designer watch. It's Ashley Princess with the wallet. It's something that you would wear to a wedding, a ball, a graduation, church, things of that nature. Go out in the evening. Your watch matches your wallet, that kind of a thing. Okay. So when is the drawing? It's going to be July the 25th. July the 25th. And we'll start getting those tickets and getting to know which one you want to put it in. And I'll try to get the ball and everything and start getting that set up. I just want you guys to know that. You look like you got some rest. Yes, I did get some rest. But I'm going to share something with you real quick. I did have a couple of phone calls that, I literally had to say some things that I didn't want to say to a family member because I truly do care for this family member. But, she wasn't understanding that I couldn't really help her. And so I really had to go off into details. So if you hear something out there, which I don't believe she will do it, but just in case, yes, I raised my voice because they couldn't understand. I can't help you. I'm just done. I just can't help. And this person has helped us a lot. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to put my head on the chopping block because, you made a phone call or something. And I appreciate that. It's just, I just can't do that. And I don't think they knew where I was standing on that. So, and I appreciate this person so much. They have been there and everything. And I hope that I wasn't being recorded in any kind of way. But I had to let them know, it don't work like that. I had to let them know it just don't work like that. So anyway, just to protect myself, I'm saying, I don't think that they would do anything of that nature. But just in case, if I can help somebody, I help as much as I can. But I'm not going to put this channel or me on a chopping block for anybody. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, you guys, and I hope I didn't offend that person. I really hope I didn't offend them at all because they are very good family. They really is. So I'm going to say it, a public apology if I did offend you this morning. Okay. Good evening, Rita. How you doing? Anyway, you guys, we're going to talk about the Cash Gernon case. There is more information that's coming out on the Cash Gernon case. People are so surprised that they're seeing pictures and videos with them with guns. And they're like, oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. This is happening at Monica's house. Of course it's happening at Monica's house. Of course it's happening. I'm not surprised at all. If I said you helped me yesterday with my dumb self. We was on the phone for about 30 minutes trying to figure out. I was like, no, it ain't on this end. It's okay. But I want guns. What's going on? Yes, Ruby. Yeah. I'm not even going to show the video because it's nothing new, really. It's like, it's probably new to them because they really didn't believe that this was a flop house and you having pedophiles over there and you having gang members over there and you're hiding the kids over there and you're getting paid to have hiding these kids. And the funny thing about it is, now all of a sudden, oh my God. Come on, because you really did not believe it. All the people is telling you what's going on, and you just really didn't believe it. I do have some information. I had got it earlier this morning. We're working on some stuff, you guys, and I had got the information early this morning. Me and this person is speaking and talking. It's a researcher that's really helping out on this case. And I said, no. But then I woke up from my little nap, and it was something that I said, hey, okay, let's work on this a little bit more. She said, infamous truth teller says, I sent it to you, SP. Hey, thank you for the super chat. You sent what to me? I'm trying to open up this chat, this panel for y'all. But thank you. Thank you for the super chat. You guys know I gotta find our favorite one. I don't know where it is. Thank you, KCK. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, KCK, and thank you, Infamous. Okay, we got Don Infamous in there. We got Don Infamous, KCK, and there we go. We got all three of them in there. Thank you for the super chat, KCK. That will be in our drawing. And Don, that will be going in our drawing. We do have Freddie in here. She is writing everything down, so I don't have to go back and look for it. You guys know that she's writing everything down. And then once we get it all, we'll just straighten it all out. I know it's going to take a while, but we will straighten it out. A lot of people won with one ticket last drawing. Everyone, so don't give up. Exactly, Soldier Girl. Some people had one ticket and they were winning. And just so everybody know, if you're ready to come and get on the platform, that's fine. We do put a ticket in there for the first 10 people that come on the platform. Now, you can't come up here and say, hey, here I am, and then disappear and think that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you have to be engaged. We don't play that over here. We just don't. Zen is saying hello to everybody. T-Star is saying hello. So I don't know what all you guys think about all the information that's coming out. We got some more information. I want to put it out there today, but I think we're just going to open up the panel. Leanna Buchanan, thank you for the super chat. I see you in the building. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank y'all. Okay, let me go ahead and put it on up. Let me copy. And I know sometimes, thank you, Misty Blue. Thank you for the super chat. I see you in the building. And Sugar Mama's in there. Sugar Mama is in there. Thank you, Sugar Mama. And thank you, Misty Blue. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So thank you for the super chat on there. Okay. Let me go ahead and open up the panel. We're 32 minutes in. So let me put it on in there. And please, Freddie, write down the first 10 and make sure they're in there. They're just not in and out and in and out and in and out. And we need an SP News Nugget Facebook group, Laughing Out Loud. Oh, yes, we are working on that. We've got somebody, we've got family in here right now that is working on that for us. And trust and believe we're going to get that off. All right. Freddie is in the building. Thank you. So if you want to come up on the panel, that's fine. If you don't want to come up on the panel, we're going to talk about a little bit of the information, and that's fine. I think I put it up there. I haven't seen it come up yet. Oh, we got Infamous Truth up in the building. And she's first, so she will be the co-host. She came right on up. Oh, she came in and she left. Then Naomi done showed up.
Who said that?
This is SP. Hi, SP.
How you doing?
I don't want to be. Wait, look. I don't want to be first in the building because I'm gonna be on here.
Well,
but I'm taking my son
Infamous came in. I think something happened to her. You don't want to be first.
No, because I'm gonna be on here, but I'm also taking my son to practice. So
Yeah.
It'll be a little hard, and I don't want to put that responsibility on myself.
Me neither. Hi, China. Hi, SP. How are y'all all doing today?
Okay, we got Zen in the building. Well, Zen.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Zen.
Get on. I don't see the.
How you doing?
You don't see the link?
No.
It's in there.
How they got up there and looking.
Oh, I just pinned it.
Okay, I got it. All right, thank you.
Okay. So I don't like to pin it. Well, so we got Zan, Naomi, LaKendra. We got Barbara in here. And Infamous done came back. Infamous Truth. Tell her, you okay? Infamous?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry.
Okay. And we've got Let's Talk News done showed up. So let me switch this around. Okay, so Naomi said, no, not her. LaKendra says, no. Zen, you going to be the co-host?
That's fine. If that's what you need me to do, SP.
Okay, let me move the things around.
Hi, you guys. How are you?
I accidentally closed the window.
That's okay. Okay. So let me get this together. Okay. So I'm trying. Okay, there we go. How's everybody doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
I'm good.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the building. Freddie, I hope you put down these 6 people's names. We got Zan, Barbara, Naomi, Let's Talk News, Infamous Truth, and LaKendra. Infamous Truth is on it. She's like, I'm gonna get on up there. He said, I am gonna get on.
I look forward to your panels and stuff because you got a good vibe, a good energy. So I look forward to you when you come on.
So, today we're going to be talking about the Cash Garner case again. The information that I know a lot of people did not understand yesterday, that Monica was getting paid to take care of those babies. And that's what Connie Ward had put out there. She was getting paid. The grandmother, Trevor's mom, was driving down there to Dallas several times and paying Monica to keep them kids and to not give them back to Mindy.
That's very upsetting because that to me is like parental interference.
Exactly.
That was my whole notion of it. To me, like, then it should be a aiding and abetting charge.
Right. Right.
You're aiding and abetting a fugitive.
Mhm.
Any regular person would have that charge. Like, let's keep it all real. Like, you helping him
Mhm.
basically run. Or your mom is sending money
To
to
hide the kids.
Monica. And I don't even really think that, oh, she was sending money to Monica for the kid. I think it's the whole invading thing.
Yep.
You was sending money to Monica for Trevor, not for those kids.
Very true. I feel that way too. She was trying to protect her son, and what
Yeah.
my thing is, from the very beginning when they were talking about the first, the daughter or whatever, and he was saying, like she didn't even want them, and so that's why he went and got the boys. It's just like, so was she just having kids to have kids, and then I don't know, was she getting the benefits and just not wanting to take care of these children, or what's the deal with that? Because you already have a kid or whatever, a girl, and then now you have twins and you still don't even want them either. I don't get that.
I think that there was some just some addiction that had come into play. I think with both of them. I think kind of that's where things started kind of going down, probably downhill. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but that's from what I understand. They both have had their vices.
And so the mom was taking up for her son like a mother. Okay, well, we see they're in a stable situation. I'll help out. I'll send you money for food and things like that. Maybe the money ran out, and she was like, "Look, because we can already know Monica's about money. We've seen all have taken so far," and she's like, "Well, they're not sending us money either. I mean, anymore. So why would I want to continue to take care of these kids?" It's just so. It's just so.
That's what I thought too. I'm thinking like, okay, the money dried up, and you like, I ain't about to keep taking care of these kids for free.
And now,
but man, I don't understand. You would do murder over the little bit of money mom was sending. Like, wow, I don't know. I can trade my life for that much.
The other thing is
someone with a like that. You know what I mean? Like if they're on drugs, they're not thinking about this. They're thinking about money so they can get their next fix. That's it.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Not about the child did this. No. She's not worried about that. She wants to get her next high. I believe her son is also on the same thing. They're looking for their next high. So it's okay. You're not sending us the money anymore. We're gonna do something so you can have our attention. We're gonna get your attention one way or another. Who knows what they
and then after that though, but it brings no money to you after that. But I understand because they're not thinking rationally like we are. No. They're thinking on their next fix. So yeah, I can understand everything you just said. Because that's how they thinking. They're not thinking logical like we are.
Right.
Like you still don't got no money, so.
But Monica's second child, or the other son's father, said that she is known when she don't have her way, she trips. I mean, she literally lose her mind. So first she was aiding and abetting when when keeping them kids away from hiding them, regardless if the mother was didn't want him, or she was trying to find him, and then they both was fighting demons. Both of them. One was alcoholic, one was on drugs. But Monica was in this for the money. It wasn't nothing else. She didn't care about nothing else. Even him, she didn't care about. She was getting the money, so she wasn't caring about that. And what make it so bad is that that grandmother knew the situation, the living conditions that them kids was in. So to me, by right, she should be just as guilty as anyone else. Just as guilty as anyone else. You know, like when you do a crime, and even if you don't hit somebody or you don't
Basically,
shoot
accessory
somebody,
to after the
you
fact.
are by association. You are going. You're
Mhm.
normally charged with the same crime.
That's
And
what that.
so,
That's what she was saying about that Colton's law, right? That's what she was saying that they were
yeah,
explaining to her. That
yeah.
that's why they pushed for that law, because there's so many people that were before that incident happened that it could have prevented
Mm-hmm.
his
Mm-hmm.
death.
Mm-hmm.
And they should
I
be held
think
accountable.
I think one of the other things that we need to think about is that although initially I know that the natural mother, the bio mother, struggled with drugs, it's my understanding that she's a truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing wrong with trying to make the father be responsible and take your kids for a while so that I can do my job because we both made them. But if you're not able to take care of them, or I'm trying to get them back because I heard that you're struggling in the streets, for you to start hiding them from me and your mother to assist in that is
Mm-hmm.
criminal.
That's true.
When he
And
got stopped with those drugs, those kids, uh,
mm,
CPS should have been called,
mm,
and those kids should have went back to their mother.
mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I
Exactly.
believe on that call too that Monica was that lady that ended up picking him up.
Oh, my
And that's
stuff.
so sad. I bet it was Monica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who else? Who else he know that he gonna call to go come get those babies?
And
Because
then normally I don't know because I haven't been in the system or anything and had gone through anything with my children, but like when they release kids to you, they don't get your information and look at your background, make sure that you're okay before just letting them go.
Not
I
when
don't
if
understand
it's
that part.
if it's a police stop. Well, I mean, here in
yeah.
Arizona, I know I did one time. I had got pulled over. I didn't have a license, and there was a sheriff. And the sheriffs
Mm-hmm.
are tougher than just the regular city cops. They're kind
Mm-hmm.
of a little more hard on you. And I had my son in the car seat, and he's like, "You better call somebody." He goes, "Because
Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna take you in." And so I had to
Mm-hmm.
call my friend Erica to come pick up my son because he was gonna call DCS, and he was one of those hard up sheriffs that was just telling me, this is the way it's gonna happen. And so I was crying, and but yeah, they don't really check when
Mm-mm.
it's like a stop like that. You know what I mean? Unless it's like they actually
Yeah.
already have them in their custody for that first 72 hours. I was a foster
Mm-hmm.
kid. I graduated. Well, I aged out of the system, and then I was in there with group homes with my daughter. I had my daughter at 15, so I turned 18 with my daughter. Free and clear. Like with no no issues or nothing. They were pretty proud of me, but so I know the ins and outs of the system, but it's different in every state too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I've never been involved in the system with my children, but like your cases were kind of different because you got stopped for driving without a license. And so that's nothing criminal, but he got stopped with drugs in the car and his
Yeah, that's what I
children.
was
So
thinking.
that's a
Like,
criminal charge
man.
right there because you're putting your children in danger.
Yeah, they should have called DCS then.
Right. So
But
that
normally,
officer didn't follow proper procedure.
no, but then yeah, that's true. But normally, when they do stop you, and I done seen them stopping people having the kids in the car, and plus somebody that had a gun and all this other stuff. If you say that you got somebody that can come and get these kids, they will let you call whoever you got to. because they really don't want to be. That's extra paperwork that they got to do. So all
Waiting
they
on
want
the
to
tow
do,
truck.
yeah, so all they want to do is hand the kids over to somebody. Now they might, if they're driving, the person who they want to see their driver's license and all that. But if somebody comes, say like if I didn't have a car, but they called me and I got somebody to come get me to get them, then they all they know or they're gonna say, well, what's your name, blah blah blah, and then they're gonna pass the kid to you, but that's less paperwork that they really got to do. That's all they worried about. You'd be surprised how much stuff that goes on because they don't want to do paperwork.
And
Yeah,
they might, some of them might be, some of them
that's
might be trying to do it
California.
in good graces
California hates
too.
to do paperwork, so I
Yeah, some of them
understand
might
that
be trying to do it in
completely.
good graces and probably maybe
And,
thinking
and
it
and
might be
that
the
could be
best,
true too. They don't want to put them in the system.
You have a
Yeah.
lot of
So
officers that
just
do that
depends on the
because
personality of the cop.
you have a
Yeah.
lot. Hey, you guys, it's Dee Dee.
Hey, Didi.
Hey.
Yeah, you do have a
And
lot of
then I
officers that
noticed,
do that because I mean I worked with the court system. They're trying not to put those children in the system. That's why they let the people call first.
and I understand that because, like, my whole outtake on it is like, I would rather let an officer put me over that's a sheriff beside the police department. Now, police departments, they totally lazy. Everybody know that. And they do all kind of things that's not supposed to be done the way that
Mhm.
they do.
Mhm.
But a lot of times you will run into when it's the sheriff department. They ain't got time for that. Oh, paperwork, like she said, take you write all this stuff.
Mhm.
No, we gonna get this straightened out, and get this handled and fixed out.
Mhm.
So, over a police department, I would gladly take a sheriff to
Amen.
put me over
Mhm.
instead of a police department cop. They have something to prove. I don't know what it is, but like the sheriff is like, it gotta be like serious or something. Like the sheriff, if it's something small, they'll let you know where they went, where you went wrong, and tell you how to not get in that situation again and be lenient and let you go. The sheriffs will. Police department, oh, they think they the hood gang. Everybody pull out. You talking about, oh, got the car, got the car. It's all kids. Dang, what we getting out the car for? Like that's different. But what I've noticed over the years, like the sheriff department is way more focused on the real job than the police department. If it's something small that they can help you with and correct, they try to.
Well, yeah, I
Well,
believe it depends
Lakendra,
on
I
the
don't know. That's
individual
probably where
officer.
you are. That's
Well,
probably
I'm
where
in
you are,
Vegas
but like
now,
in
but California,
California,
that's how it used to be.
you're in Vegas now. But you was from California, right? I'm from
Yeah,
California.
so
What part of
California,
California are you
that's where
from?
I
Because
used to be, but I'm in Vegas now. Vegas is different. Vegas
oh, in
don't
Cal.
care. They put me over.
Oh no, you. I know that they don't care. They don't care about anything. But in
Mm-mm.
California, you know how it separates different cities. And like in Lemon Grove, they only deal with sheriffs. They're not going to give it to you easy because it's only sheriffs out there. There's no police department. It's
Oh,
only sheriffs
yeah,
there.
you right.
And you know what I mean? I'm right. Okay, yeah. There's only sheriffs there, and in other places there's police departments. So it's not like that everywhere. So I'm not from Houston or anywhere like that, so I don't really know how it goes out there. But that can't be correct for everywhere. You know?
Yes.
Mhm.
Well,
So
Didi
it
from
all depends.
Didi is from Vegas, and my opinion is it depends on the individual officer. No matter if it's sheriff, highway patrol, metro, Henderson, it
Mhm.
depends on the individual officer and how he wants to handle the situation.
Henderson ain't playing with you.
But I'm just
Well,
saying,
look, yes,
you do have
me
them
me
all.
coming from Vegas, I can agree
Okay,
with
let's
you.
let's let
I
let's
get
let
pulled over by.
let's let one person finish their thoughts before we jump in, so that we can hear what everybody's saying.
Okay, let me
Miss
finish.
Didi, go ahead
Okay,
and
okay,
finish what you were
Go
saying.
ahead.
okay. And the only thing else I want to say is Trevor's mother should be charged with neglect because she knew the
Yeah,
conditions those children
yeah.
were in. Not
Mm.
aiding and abetting, neglect.
Well, how do you figure she know the way that they was living if she haven't
Because
been
she,
to the house?
She
yes, she
intentionally was.
has. She was taking that one Monica that money. She was
Mm-hmm.
driving. Didn't you read? Hear what
Oh no, I didn't
SP
know how
said
she was getting the
yesterday in
money.
that?
I just thought she
They
was
said
Yes.
sending it.
that she lied to the CPS when they came and they asked her if she knew where the
Thank
children were.
you. So she should be charged with neglect of those children.
But she also
Uh-huh.
should be charged with aiding and abetting because she was, like you said, she lied and she was keeping the mother and everybody else away from her. Oh, that's aiding and abetting.
Mm-hmm.
She should be charged for
All
that.
day long.
Well, the aiding
You
and
know,
abetting, I'm sorry. The aiding and abetting to me is she would have been hiding Trevor the whole time. You see what I'm saying?
she
And we
was
don't know
hiding
if
those
Trevor.
kids
She
though.
No,
was
no, no, no.
hiding him out basically
Wait a
by
minute.
giving him money,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
and
Wait a minute.
so
Hold it.
he could
Hold it.
stay gone.
Hold it. We don't
Let's
know
let
if
her
Trevor
finish
was
her
there. Yeah.
statement.
We don't know if Trevor was there the whole time. You see what I'm saying? But stick the neglect because of those children.
And then they were being hidden, like, so they were probably kept in that back room or
Thank
the
you.
the add-on or whatever, so they just kept them in there. They said that SP said the neighbors said they never saw them outside, so they
Right.
were being neglected in there too as well, you know what I mean, just as much because
Yes.
So,
yeah.
do we know for a fact that his parent came to Monica's house and was there and knew the kids was there and stuck in a room and all that?
According to the maternal grandmother, the letter that SP read yesterday,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
the paternal grandmother was aware of where the children were and what type of situation that they were living in.
Yes.
But I don't think that that would
But
be an
that's word
aiding
of
and
mouth. Do
abetting.
they have proof to that?
Well, that's the other grandmother, and so apparently she
Yeah,
has
you gonna say that
proof.
But
anyway,
didn't they
cause
say that
my
the boys were
son.
living with another lady too, and they said they were probably a little better off with the other lady.
At the other person's house, at
Vanessa.
Vanessa's house.
Hmm.
What
Can
did
I
Oh
say
you
yeah,
something?
I did hear that.
Can I
Okay,
say something?
you
Can
guys
I
are
say
right.
something?
Yeah, I want to say
Yes,
something
please.
after you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I truly believe Vanessa saw the severity of what was going on with those children and Trevor. She was trying to find the baby, the children's mother. I think that's why they took those kids from Vanessa, because Vanessa was going to turn those babies back over to the rightful parents.
And what relation is Vanessa? Do anybody know where
She
she
was a
done popped
girlfriend.
up from?
She was a girlfriend or a friend or something before he took
Oh,
the kids
of
to
him.
Monica.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Trevor.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Let's see what you think. Do you guys think that they put those cameras for that day, or do you think they had cameras prior to that day?
I don't think those cameras was especially in that room. I don't even believe that they had cameras all through the house because
Ex-
the thing that if they had it, what they gonna
They
have to
look too
produce?
broke to have cameras for me.
But they said
But what,
Monica was very vigilant with those cameras when she was on her little tangents. Like I said, I don't want to make accusations,
that's
but
word
when
of
she
mouth,
was
though, right? That's word of mouth. That's not something that's
that
visual.
that was from somebody who lived with her. That was one of her little boys' biological fathers. Had said that
yes,
that she was very vigilant on. She wanted to see who was coming, who was going, and all that stuff.
Right, who's coming and going, but I don't think it was in that room. I think
no,
that was put on there the night that I'm sorry, that Cash was removed from that bed and took to the streets. I don't want to say what happened to him, because I don't like to keep mentioning that, but basically, with what happened to him, I think it was put there for that night to get Darian in there on the in the video. That's what that was for. I really, really feel that way, because if you think about it, when Cameron was taking y'all through the house and he was doing that little tour, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is what happened. Did you realize that he didn't show anything about the cameras? Like, oh, that camera got this, that camera got that.
Yeah.
No, he didn't say nothing. He just went into the room and said, this is how it happened.
This is how it happened.
Took him, basically he should have said, this is what I did. But let's just say the other one did it. But he was passed on. The baby was passed on, because there's no way, I keep saying this, there's no way he could have fit, or even Darian could have fit through that door with the baby in his hand, let alone through, because they couldn't do it. He couldn't do it by himself, let alone with a baby in his hand.
Right. And then also, you got to think.
What door are you talking about?
Hold on. Let's not cut anybody off.
That door, that little glass door that when he took you to the tour.
Who was just speaking initially? Can you kind of say your name before you speak? Because everybody's little monitor is not showing that they're speaking.
Let's talk news, sweetie. Let's talk news.
Okay, but before you, somebody else was saying something.
I was Barbara.
Okay, Miss Barbara, go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to say, I don't know if it was SP, did she read it, or, so I'm not saying that, but it was brought to our attention when they brought, okay, you know how, like, the camera, when they showed the baby, them taking the baby out the bed, it was like said, well, how come they didn't show when he got in that bed? When he went to bed, we seen when the other son came in and got in the bed, but we didn't see Cash get in that bed. So what was going on? How did Cash get in there? How come the camera didn't show that when he got in there? But when the other brother came in, he came in and got in that bed.
Yep.
That's a good point.
There is sorry, this is infamous. There is a footage clip. I'm not going to speak on where it's at, but it actually shows the actual officers looking in the room, and they're like looking for clue. They're looking through the room and stuff, and they found the camera. And he, one of the officers, or not officers, I don't know if it was the FBI. I think it was the FBI, but they're like, that's a. He said what name of the camera it was, what brand it was, and somebody else did some. They went and looked up the camera, the brand of the camera, and it's like a baby camera, whatever. And he said him and his wife had the same one or whatever, and it can be controlled from the cell phone, like so. That's why. I mean, she could edit that thing at any time,
Exactly. Yes, ma'am. It's a Let's Talk News. Exactly, infamous. That's exactly what it is. It's through your phone, and you can edit it. I mean, like, turn it on when you want to, turn it off when you want to. So basically, she turned it on after the child was already put in the bed, and then Carter comes into that bed, gets in the bed with him. That's what we see. That's exactly what we see, is Carter gets in the bed, but we don't see when Cash gets in the bed. Because I would have to actually see a video of that. I want to see a video of, just like everybody else wants to see that video when he gets into the bed. We're talking about Cash getting into the bed. This is Let's Talk News. I'm sorry if you didn't get my name, but literally we need to see that video. We don't want to see this cut up, these little chopped up video. I mean, this is not telling us anything except for that there's somebody that grabbed Cash, or I'm sorry, we saw somebody walk in after Carter got in the bed and grabbed Cash and took off with him. That's all we see. We don't have anything before and after. So
that other footage that was given to another person, that they put it on their channel. And that's how that's right there. Will show you that it was edited, because it's not on any of the other footage.
Exactly.
And then
what's not on other footage?
There's somebody has footage that put it on their channel, and it says do not copy or whatever, it says it all over the thing, but it shows the FBI looking through the room right after they discovered cash, and they found out, and they're looking through the room and looking out the windows, and they're just they're looking for the camera, and one of the FBI agents says, "Oh, here it is." He goes, "Oh, that's an Anlo, or I don't know the brand that he said it was." He goes, "Me and my wife have the same one," and he put his hand on it, and then he he goes, "Was it what right here the whole time? Was this where it was positioned?" I guess they had asked him, and so there's footage of somebody has it on their channel. So Monica gave footage that is not seen by anybody else, and that other person has that footage and put it out there, and they put on a watermark that says do not copy or whatever. So I don't know why she would do that. Why would she give that footage to somebody else? You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just strange to me. That just shows, I don't know, just shows ill intentions too, you know?
The only reason, I just want to say one more thing. I'm going to shut my mouth because I know I'm just jumping in. This is Barbara again. But the only reason why I can see that we didn't get to see Cash get in that bed, it's because either how he was brought to that bed or how, what condition was he in when he got in that bed? Who took him to that bed? And that's what I'm thinking. Either somebody took him, he wasn't in his right state. I mean, even if you would have seen somebody carrying him, somebody could have said, "Oh, he was asleep, so somebody carried him to bed." Right. But we didn't see anything.
Nope.
You don't see her going in there looking around screaming, "Where's the baby?" You don't even hear nothing.
Exactly.
And it's so sad. The little brother, it sounds like he said, "Oh, Cash," like he was like, "Oh, Cash," when he woke up in the morning. Like, man, like he was sad, He can't. He's a little mind. He can't comprehend the whole, But he knew because he goes, "Oh, Cash," when he stretches,
Personally, I kind of believe just because of the way that those type of baby cameras work, that if the police did their job right, they would have taken possession of the entire cloud, which is where that would go to. So in order for Monica to be able to sell anything to the Daily Mail, she would have had to have downloaded pieces from the cloud.
She didn't give it to the Daily Mail. She gave it to a channel holder on YouTube.
Right, but
No, I'm talking about the initial video that she sold to the Daily Mail that showed someone coming in taking cash, and then it showed the daytime video of Darian Brown coming in, rubbing Carter's head, and talking to somebody, and then leaving.
Because she edited it to her liking, to where it was going to fit her narrative, I think.
Well, in order for her to even be able to sell those, she would have had to have downloaded that.
Yeah.
Because I would assume that the FBI or the police department would have taken control of the cloud, which is where that would all go to. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of that footage should go directly to the cloud.
Right. This is Let's Talk News. This is Let's Talk News. I do know about baby cameras because I used to take care of this little boy. They have SD cards as well. If it's actually where you have a receiver, the receiver keeps everything. But they also have the SD card, and you could easily edit a SD card.
This is Dee.
Hey, Dee.
Yeah. Let's talk. Yeah, you're correct, because like I said, I can get everything on my phone. They can come in and get my alarm system, but I'll still have it on my phone.
Exactly.
Now, anytime you edit something, you can edit, but the FBI have a way to get everything.
Yes, it's called the receiver. The receiver keeps everything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave them the footage from her phone. She and yeah, of course, she played with. And I'm only giving you this part. She didn't give them
No,
Mm-hmm.
because she would incriminate herself with it. Because that little boy did not walk into that bed. From
No,
what we
not
could,
like your brother did. Mm-mm.
yeah, no. What are they gonna say? Oh, we carried him into the room because he was so tired, he fell asleep, and and we picked him up and put him in the bed. Okay, but why is he not moving at all? Like he was sedated in some way or another.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right. Because we got to remember, this is Barbara, we got to remember that when the brother came in, when he stepped in that bed, that baby did not move. And then when whoever came and picked him up, picked Cash up, the brother woke up. He woke up and he kind of moved and looked up, and whoever that was, I can't say word like he probably said it. Like I think he said it. I don't know if he said it, but he did something that when he turned around and looked at that boy, for me it looked like he told him to lay back down.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think it was. He
that's what it
moved.
looked like to me.
Yeah, he moved. That's why he looked at him. Like,
Hmm.
oh, I hope he didn't just see me.
Oh, he seen him, but
Yeah,
the
that's
thing
what I'm
is,
saying.
he
But he
seen
looked
him,
at him like
but he
that.
told him to lay back down. If you really look at that, it's like when you if a baby do something, you be lay back down, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and they got a way about laying back down real quick, especially if they say it kind of with a stern voice, or even if they say lay back down,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay, you know, and so it depends which state of mind that baby was in. We don't know what he done went through earlier that night, because
Mm-hmm.
like it was brought to our attention, he went to bed with a certain color on, but then when they showed another one, he had a different color pair of pants.
right.
So, I just wanted to mention something. I don't know if anybody noticed it. This is Let's Talk News. I looked inside the garage with all that mess in there. There's a box that says hand.com. I looked it up. I looked up what that was. It's some kind of security, because I even called the company and they're like, we're not taking any new customers.
Mm.
So I couldn't find out what it was about, but I know it says hand.com on the box inside the garage. You know where the bedboards are? You can see it. It says hand.com. And I said, I'm gonna look this up. I looked it up, got a phone number. I chatted with them. I did like a little chat thing. But they said they couldn't talk to me anymore because they're not taking any more customers. I don't know
Mm.
what that means, but hey, it
And
sounds
you said that said hand,
hand,
HAND?
yes,
Yeah.
hand.com. Hand,
Okay.
yeah. Because
Okay,
I
I didn't
also
notice
looked at
that.
the grandmother's bed and the bed that they have in the garage, and I thought it matched. And then I looked at the parts at the top of the headboard and the post. It was different. So I was like, never mind on that one, but definitely that hand.com got me very interested.
Did anyone else think it was strange of the differences of the two tapes? Uh, the second, the second tape, the audio was very crisp and very clear. But in
Mm-hmm.
the first tape, there was no audio whatsoever.
That was the
Mm.
rules. They didn't want you to figure
And
out who it
then,
was and to put it in
okay,
black
but
and white as well. That's Dee
and then you remember there was like the sound of like either the TV on or a video, that something else was on in the background. That's why I don't believe everyone was asleep or it was just completely
Mm.
silence in there, because
Mm.
you can hear something else going on in the background. It wasn't just silent.
Mhm.
So if the neighbors are even saying they never, they're not sleeping they don't sleep in the night, they sleep in the day. I believe people were up during this. I believe they all know what happened. It's just
Mm.
a matter of time before it comes out. That I mean, that only makes sense because why would your neighbors lie? They're like, oh no, those dogs never bark. Because you seen when
Mm-hmm.
SP went, down there and he's explaining to, oh no, the dogs didn't bark. He's like, oh well, yeah, I was up. And then he's like, oh no, they never sleep in the nighttime. They're up in the night and they sleep in the day. So
Yeah.
that would all make sense that they all know what's going on.
Who's speaking right now? Who was
Naomi.
that
Naomi,
was just speaking? Naomi? I
Naomi,
totally
yeah,
agree. I totally agree with you, Naomi,
Mm-hmm.
that
yeah.
something just
I mean,
wasn't
especially if drugs are involved, especially if drugs are involved. That's why
right.
Mm-hmm.
her saying, okay, yeah, she was asleep at the time. I could probably believe that because you probably just crashed out at that time. You
Mm-hmm.
probably
Right.
just crashed out right before all of that because you was up
Yes.
all night.
Yes.
So, and some people on those type of things don't even sleep at all. So
They
you
don't.
probably didn't sleep for 2, 3 days. I don't know.
I was actually watching a movie. They do
So I
not
mean,
sleep at night
it's just
at
That's
too
what
all.
I
much.
was gonna say because it's not
They
even just literally that day. They be up like 3 days
yes, it keeps them up. That meth
consistently.
got them up. That meth has them up.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and finish your statement, Naomi.
I said sometimes like 4 or 5 days. Like they don't
Mm-hmm.
sleep. Like my ex's friend, I was like, "What's wrong with your friend?" Not to put it on blast like that, but he told me, and I was just like, "But he's never calm. Like will like go to sleep, wake up, he's still just like up. Like you remember how her eyes
Mm-hmm.
were in that video? That's how his eyes
Mm-hmm.
were
Like
like
they were
all the
about to
time,
pop
and he
out.
was just. I never seen him sleep. Never
Mm.
seen him go to sleep. Like he was just like that all the time, or just roaming the neighborhood. I'm like, what's wrong with him? But I didn't understand at that time because I didn't know about stuff like that. So I was just like, what's wrong with him? So he explained it
Yeah.
to me, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to be around him. So
And
yeah, it's
I don't.
crazy.
I don't blame you.
they be tweaking. You
Yeah, they
know,
do.
they be tweaking and they be trying to figure out what they gonna do with themselves and
Mm-hmm.
and they be watching because if anybody else got anything in there and if that's the house where everybody come and do something, then the house is supposed to get some of what everybody else is bringing in their house.
Yeah.
So they making sure that they get whatever's theirs. But if the grandmother was bringing that money down there, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they probably done the money probably was coming, but it wasn't coming as often. It probably started drying up some. Because
Yeah.
I believe that she I mean, that party start getting a little, it wasn't like it was, so they had to make it last, and
Mm-hmm.
things started getting,
So
like I don't care. Yeah, and I don't care, attitude about them kids. See, at first, it
Mm-hmm.
probably was, oh, I gotta keep faith so, they can keep bringing the money. But once
Right.
it starts drying up, then it starts, you just stop caring. A addict, they don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever shall be, shall be.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that Cash had to pay for this stuff, all the way around. He was, this baby was let down all the way around. Now the mother was fighting demons. I can't say nothing, about her. And I didn't know even if she was, from my understanding, I think she was drinking. I don't know if she was, doing others. She probably was a functional alcoholic, whatever. But she was still trying to find her baby. And the other person that it was said that the other girl who had the kids, she had pictures. So the kids was happy. They were
Vanessa,
happy
yes.
where they was at. So why do you take them from some place that's happy and clean to some place where you can literally see that they're not going to be cared for?
Barbara, this
Because they
Didi.
couldn't. That house just couldn't have got like that.
Yeah. Barbara, this is
That
my
had to be the condition that he brought them kids in. That house was not just like that.
Yes, Barbara. That's why I believe they took the kids. This is Dee Dee from Vanessa because she was going to give them back to the mother. And
Mhm.
Trevor, by any means necessary, had it in his mind he was not going to let those kids go back to the mother for whatever reason. They had issues. I don't know. But
Mhm.
that's why he turned around and gave them to Monica.
Mm.
Now, Monica probably negotiate. Okay, I got these kids. I need some cash because hey, I got things to do too.
Mhm.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
wait, on that note, so then why? Okay, you know how he goes. Trevor goes back to where the baby mom was, and he's trying to get a job. He's trying to get this and that and make everything good. You don't think he was trying to get back with her and trying to make things better for him and his kids, to then probably try to move in back
Is that
together,
Naomi?
or like
Is
what?
that
Because why would yeah?
oh Naomi?
Because
I don't.
why would he go? Why would he go ahead?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I interrupted. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, because why would he go back to where he left the
Oh,
kid's mom and then go to Monica and then leave the kids there, and then he goes back there to try to make a better life? Like, is he trying to make a better life for his kids there with their actual mom, or like what would be the purpose in that? Why wouldn't you go to
I
somewhere else completely different
Well,
if
is
that's
I
what
what?
you're trying to
I
say?
think Naomi. This is Dee Dee. I think Trevor went back there because he knew that was his stomping grounds, but he was not going to take those kids in case he ran into somebody that knew the other side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
He was
This
seriously dead set on keeping those kids from that other side of the family. Why? We don't know.
this is Let's Talk News. As far as like with Trevor, wasn't his wife cleaning herself up? Like literally was getting off of drugs.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm. No.
so maybe he wasn't ready to get off the drugs, so he left because she was gonna get cleaned up, and then she would have tried to get him to clean up, which wasn't gonna work like that. So he's like, "No, I want to stay on this stuff." So he goes to somebody who's on it, just like Monica, because once they get off that high, they just get a high again. They don't stop. Like it's as soon as they start to get off of it, they go and grab some more and get higher and higher and higher. So could
And
it
you
be that that's what it is? Is he literally was like, I don't want to stop. I want to stay on this stuff. And she's over there trying to clean herself up. So how about I go find somebody who does the stuff and I can just still go do it with them. That's why he didn't want to go back. He doesn't want to be with the mom. I'm wondering if that's what happened as well.
Oh.
What do
I
y'all
think
think about
maybe
that?
I think he probably had a space where he probably was trying to get himself together, and he figured if he goes back in to where he was known, and he was probably checking things out, because one thing about it, a drug, if you take a drug, you get high that first time, but all the rest of them times, you are looking for that high. You
Just
don't
chasing
get that
it.
same high. You don't get that same high that you got the first time.
You're
Right.
just
You be
chasing that high.
searching,
You're just constantly chasing that high.
right? You're continuously chasing it. So
I have
that's
a
why they
question.
be up all night and crazy. But I think that he could have even went back thinking that he was gonna probably, try to get himself together and messed up, because he already done left the kids with her. So he probably was trying to get himself together. Because I'm gonna say one more thing. That they said that the father said that the other boy's father said that even when he left her, they came looking for him. Her family came looking for him, like they was gonna bring him back to make him be with that. That's how spoiled she is. So I don't know. Maybe he was trying to hide from her and get herself together, because she is known to have her way.
I just have a question that maybe y'all can help me with this Dee Dee. Okay, there's who said or has it been verified that Cash and Carter's mother was an addict or alcoholic or
They said she was, and she was cleaning up.
who said?
That's what they were talking. They were saying that they were saying that she went to rehab, and that's why
Mm.
she gave the kids to her mom
Trevor
and
has said it.
Trevor. Right.
Okay, now y'all. I'm still gonna give the mother a benefit of the doubt till I hear her story. I need to hear her whole story. I
Yeah.
can't come. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt because, like I said, in that letter, the grandmother and her has been looking for the kids and going to the police and all that stuff.
Mhm.
I just need to hear
Right.
her story, you guys. Because, like I
Yes.
say, Trevor and Monica threw this all out here for everybody to jump on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
My whole
So
thing
I'm
is,
just
I
saying. I'm just being
understand
silly.
that too. I would want to hear her story, but it gotta be something anyway, because there is no amount of nothing for you to get my kids out of my sight to begin with. So that
Well,
tells me
wait,
some part of the
well,
story gotta be true.
listen to this, LaKendra. How did he get him? Was it his turn for visitation?
Yep.
No, it was supposed to have been like if they was back in the days they was together, whatever. Then I guess, they start slipping down a bad cycle of problems. He ended up with the boys. The girls got taken way before that, so her family already had a girls,
Mm-hmm.
which show that something was going on in the household. And then later on after that, he leave with the children, and then we got, based on his story, which we don't have to believe at all. He didn't want to have his kids from pillar to post with him still being addicted. That's why he left them at Monica's.
But
But I
but
mean, I'm not trusting all of that. But
you
ain't
see where
nothing gonna keep me from my kids, or how you gonna get them from the beginning, day
yeah, but
one.
yeah,
You
but you
won't
see
get
you
my
see
kids from me.
but you see where I'm going. I mean, if your child you have visitation rights, you have to give the child to
Right.
the other parent.
Right.
So that's like
You're right.
I don't know that situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
But I
true
would like
too.
to
I
hear
wouldn't.
the mother's side.
Yes.
And she's not gonna talk right now. You know
Mm-mm.
what? She's probably been told by an attorney, don't open your mouth.
But whatever came out of, don't you think they would have been like, well, he jumped and ran with him or whatever? It's not even saying that. She don't even have custody to them. She don't have
We
custody of the older kids that they have.
we don't know who had custody, do
And even if she didn't have custody of them, sometimes you can go through some stuff,
we?
and
Yeah.
maybe Travis wasn't probably, now she probably, like I said, I didn't hear she was on drugs. I heard she was drinking, but even in her stupor, she could be to the place where she maybe thought
Don't
that
you?
she was bad, so bad that they probably would be better off with the father, or like they were saying just now, that they had a court thing, but you're saying that she didn't have nothing. I mean, she didn't have no custody. But this lady she started getting herself together and started
Mm-hmm.
looking for her child. He was hiding them babies. So
Right.
evidently, to me, that's almost, I mean, why would you do that? Why would you even, you know, uh, go to that extent?
Miss
At
Barbara,
first, you had them someplace that was decent and in order.
Miss Barbara, you
You
know
take
why?
them from sugar to you know what?
Yeah. You know why, Miss Barbara? Because he didn't have custody. Because if he
See,
had custody, he could be walking the streets right
with
past
his
their
heads
house
up
up
high.
and
Right,
down.
right, right.
And it's not
So
easy for
there was
a
some type of
father
court
to
order.
get
There was.
custody. So I can agree with you guys, because they put them through more than they do the women.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
True.
true. That's true.
That's
Hey, you
true.
guys, this Dee. I'm gonna jump down because I got 3 kids over here, but I'm gonna be listening in the chat. Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
sweet.
Thank you
It
Bye.
was
for
good
your
talking to you
opinion.
guys.
See you guys in a little bit. See you in a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
SP, I hope I didn't say your name out of turn when I was explaining uh about, oh gosh, I was talking so much. But I did mention your name, so I'm just hoping that I didn't say nothing that you didn't say, or that nothing that was in that letter. So that's why I said I couldn't remember, was it in the letter, or was it just because it wasn't nothing bad. It was just something to make you go, oh, okay. But I have
Okay,
it'll pop up.
what was it? What was it?
I
Because
don't know. I'm having a senior citizen moment right now. It'll come back.
I was putting out some fires and stuff, and talking to some family members in the back. So I had to get some things straightened out.
Yeah.
But I did hear my name come up. I did hear you mention my name. So
Mhm.
do you want me to read something back or something?
Yeah, please. Just
Okay.
just start from the beginning so I can kind of hear.
Okay. On the letter?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me see where it's at. I've got so many things going. Okay. Where is it?
Because I don't want nobody to say that I said SP said something that she didn't say, or the letter. But I know it was in the letter.
Okay. Let me see. I think I got it on the other phone.
Hmm.
Yes, it is on this other phone. Well, it would be. Um. Okay. Let me try to remember who it was. Okay, I got it. I know my homegirl sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
She does a lot of research. Uh,
That's how you found it. You went back and remembered who it was. Yeah.
okay. Here it is right here. She's like, here it is again. Okay, so she says in the letter, it says, today I received a message from a lady giving me some advice. Somebody's joining the channel. I see Zan back in the building.
Phone problems.
Okay. Zan, we see you in the building.
Okay, I apologize for that. My phone was tripping.
Okay, so she says, today I received a message from a lady giving me some advice on how to get my son out. How to get my story out. I'm sorry. She helped create Colton's Law. He was a little boy that was murdered in 2014. The situation was similar to mine. The family searched for him and received very little help with authorities. Colton's Law was passed in 2015, House Bill 2053. It was put in place to help track missing children with the help of law enforcement. My goal is to bring awareness as well as holding the people accountable that could have stopped the murder of my grandson, Cash. Some of those people are his paternal grandmother, who knew the whereabouts of the boys in March, but kept it a secret, knowing I was looking for them. I asked CPS for assistance, and she lied about knowing where they were when she was interviewed. She drove to Dallas several times to pay the woman who kept them after the father abandoned them to give her money to care for the boys. She knew they were living in a meth house, knew the conditions they were living in, but did nothing. The person that was taking care of them, and I say that lightly, asked for my information, but the paternal grandmother refused to give it to her. I hold responsible the father who abandoned them, CPS, who knew where they were at the end of March from information that was given to them by the father, but did nothing. I hold responsible the Harris County Sheriff Department, who pulled the father over at 3 a.m. in November 2020 with meth and cocaine in the car, as well as my grandsons, but did not follow protocol to call the authorities. Instead, he let him call another meth user to pick them up. I will not stay quiet anymore. As soon as some people would like me to, my grandson did not have to die. His paternal grandmother could have saved his life. His father could have saved his life. CPS could have saved his life. The Harris County Sheriff Department could have saved his life. I want justice for Cash. He deserves that much. I won't stop until I get justice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what was said. You know what? Here's something else. We've got family down there in Dallas, and they brought to my attention this morning something. And I want you guys to think about this because we was wondering should we speak on it, and then did some research today. We wasn't going to speak on it, but I do want to speak on it now. And this is Bat Cave down there. The young lady that went out with me, she brought to my attention. Everybody was saying that Monica, came home on February the 14th, right? Valentine's Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's what they said.
That's what they said?
Yes,
Is everybody in agreement? Is that what they said?
Yes.
that's what had been said previously. Yes.
Well, she been doing a lot of research, and February the 14th, Dallas was in a severe lockdown from the storm. February the 14th, the ice storm hit Dallas before anybody can even get out and run around. I was looking at the video. Let me see if I can find the video of February the 14th, what it was looking like. And I'm gonna have to go in my history, and I'm gonna show you what February the 14th was looking like. That's one problem. Let me see here. Where is it at? Okay, right here. I'm gonna have to do something here. Oh man, let me see. Oh, it's hard for me to show y'all. Let me try to hide this real quick. I don't want to get in no trouble. This is February the 14th. Oh Lord, it's trying to do something there. No. Hold on. I mean, it was terrible. Let me try to get it again. This is February the 14th all day long. It was locked down. Wasn't nobody going nowhere. February the 14th. And it lasted like that. Remember, everybody was like, pray for Texas because they wasn't prepared for this snowstorm. Pray for Texas. So I don't know how she got home. And matter of fact, that was another one that jumped up there too. That was crazy. That other one jumped up there. But yeah, it was terrible. Like nobody was getting nowhere. The pipes was breaking and stuff. People couldn't leave their homes. It was shut down for 3 weeks. Texas was shut down. So I don't even know how all this break-in at that home happened on the 27th.
And then also, when they called, when he got busted and they had him in that car, when they called somebody to come get her, I mean to get the boys, can we assume that that was Monica that came and got the boys?
Well, you got to remember that Monica put out that her mother Facebook GoFundMe has a pacer in the stomach, a tumor on her liver, and a tumor on her lungs. Would be walking down the street for Darian. She said her mother was, that I would assume it had to be Monica.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
so that means that she was with him before
right.
February.
Right.
Because they trying to say that they was just starting to deal with each other or something like that in February, but she had to be dealing with him before that.
Right. Right. And I got something to say about that. Caller, go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to make a point right quick. Okay, so you put up there what the young lady that supposedly found Cash put up there what she said about she seen somebody standing over him or whatever. She seen probably the whole thing go down because she was telling the police like she's scared. And she probably scared because so many people at Monica house that can retaliate on her. And that's probably why she said that she is saying that she's scared. But how could you be scared if they have the right person to debate?
Do you think she's seen who put the, you know what? When things like that happen, she probably seen a car. She probably even seen a car drive off or whatever. But she didn't say that. She's saying that she walked up on that child and he was already laying there.
But I'm saying that she showed us she put to the day she knew what she said to the day they knew.
Okay.
She said something about she seen a member from Monica house, right?
That's not the same person
That's
that called in the 911. That was somebody that came to see what was going on. That was a young girl. She was 18 years old. Her last name was Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one that says a family member came and stood over the body.
Mm-hmm. And went back home.
Where they got him, put him on the ground and all like that, and they probably drove off in a car, stopped and went right around them where Gernon was and just told him, hey, look, hold his backpack so I'll come back and get you.
Yeah, they could have.
That's crazy.
You saying that whoever went to Darian and said, hold the backpack?
Yeah, they asked him to hold. Because I still wonder, like, where's the pants? He do not give up some pants because he's probably not sweating in them or something. Well, where's the pants?
Yeah, I know. That's
They done said to him, well, I sure hate you. Whoever is saying that they see somebody that's down there with Monica standing over Cash, they can just go and say something. He's supposed to if he had anything to do with this, they don't just own his part and just speak. But I don't feel today. I believe he loves me. My grandbaby, but she loves me. Not saying she hurt me, but I'm
right.
no, they have feelings for little baby. I just don't see them hurt no small baby. I can't see it. But like I say, whoever that girl is, she might want to go talk to somebody.
Right. All right. Thank you.
But that's all I wanted. Okay, bye.
All right. Thank you.
And
So
see, that's a screen of that. That's just the weather in Dallas. I don't know if you can see it or not, but
yeah, it popped right on up. That's what Dallas was looking like in February the 14th, 2021. It was shut down. And they were
Mm.
shut down for 3 weeks. So what thanks for sharing that infamous. Thank you for sharing that with us. She
you're
brought it
welcome. No
right on
problem.
up.
It has a thing where you can share the screen on here. I've never done it, and I was like, well, let me try. Let me see what happens.
You pulled it right on up, girl. You
They
did.
the research, the people that do research, the resource people tell people to come to me because I'm good at finding resources.
I don't even know how you did that. You put everybody to the side and showed us. I was trying to show it,
I
but
didn't mean to.
no, I don't even know how you done it. To be honest,
It has a little on the bottom of where it says I'm in the show. It has, your camera, your mic, and it says share. You can share your screen.
right.
And it gives you an option to share the whole screen, just the window, or you can share the tab.
Thank you. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
because I was trying to share it, but I didn't want to get no copyright strike because it showed people's information, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm glad when I seen it show up, I was like, let me show this.
Well,
So,
do what I can.
thank you. Thank you for doing that. Wow. We learn as we go. Wow, that was good. So you guys see what I was saying about February the 14th? And so if there was a break-in, and I'm not saying it wasn't a break-in on February 27th, do you think that Monica's mama walked down there in sliding on ice to go tell this man to not press charges on February 27th? Can you pull up that weather forecast, what February 27th was looking like?
Yeah, I can pull it up. Just give me 1 second and I'll do that for you.
Barbara, did that answer your question?
Yeah, I was. It still was trying to deal with the about when they called somebody to come get the baby. But it even, I think it even had to do with who all was involved. Uh, that the grandmother was saying who all was involved. I know I said your name, but I'm like, oh God, okay. But I know it had to do with the uh the letter that you was reading.
Right. Who to put in there? Could it be possible that DB, his brother, did the crime and went home to his mom and changed the clothes? He has access to DB, his house? Wow.
Hmm.
Thank you for that super chat.
Um, can I
That
can
would
I
be
comment on
so.
that? Can I comment on that?
Mm,
What she said, what Huda said?
Yes.
Okay, Huda, I would hate to be for that to be true because
mm.
why would his brother do him like that? That would be so messed up for somebody's own brother to set up his own brother. Like that's messed up.
Well, well, I'm gonna say this to be honest with you. DB's brother is friends with Cameron's brother.
Right.
They accept them as friends, but DB's brother does not have dreads. He's got very short hair.
Okay, well then I'm glad it wasn't. I don't think it was him then. Hopefully not.
I mean,
I did do a video with that one picture. That it looks like Cameron, the one with not when DB's already in in jail right now, so it's not him. It's the new video that they caught the guy trying to break into a car, and they got a guy in the background. It looks
uh-huh.
like Cameron. It doesn't look like some. They keep saying it's somebody with a hoodie. It's not a hoodie. It's somebody with puffy hair and they're sagging their pants, showing their underwears. Basically, you can see their underwears, and they're like hunched down, like bent down a little bit, and you see this puffy hair, and it looks like it could be Cameron. It looks like Cameron in that background. I don't know if anybody's seen it, and if they looked at it closely, it looks like Cameron.
I believe that Cameron is involved in this so much. And, you know, even if Darren has something to do with it, and most likely he probably do got something to do with it. I mean, you know, but I'm saying I believe that Cameron got something a whole lot to do with it.
Right.
You know, and if everybody is already so dogmatic, pointing a finger at DB, you know, everybody's focus is not on Cameron. You know, they all on DB, you know, so it's like don't nobody, you know, besides somebody else on the outside looking in, but everybody else that's in that vicinity is point blank pointing at DB, and Cameron is like he's out he's like he ain't do nothing. But if it was anybody else walking through that house, giving show by show, even if you walk from the bed to the next spot, how do you know how he carried him? You had the baby, you had your arms out, showing exactly how he was supposed to have to carry them. How do you know that? And
Right.
I mean, he didn't skip a beat. He did not skip a beat. And it was so real to where I just seen, to me, in my blind eye, I seen that baby in his arms while he was acting, you know, call himself showing what happened. I can almost literally see him holding that baby walking through that house. And I believe he was holding that baby in his head. He
Right.
seen that. He knew that. Well,
Barbara, are you
Let's
talking about when he was holding his hands up like he was carrying a baby?
yes.
Yes. Yeah, he did. He was
It was
doing
too
it
real.
exactly like he did it. Yes.
let's
It was
look at that.
yeah, it was too real.
Let's look at it.
The door is broke right here, as you can see. It doesn't have a latch on it, so we use a chain now to lock it up. And that's where he came in. He lifted the door up, and right here, as you can see, it's been kicked in or tampered with, if you would call it, and it made its way through here.
Here's the problem I have, you guys. The door already got metal where you can't stick. When you put metal there, you can't pry with a butter knife to give me the deadbolt or the bottom lock, which is the
It looked
door.
brand new too. And didn't they say that she was? Didn't they say she was at the store arguing with one of the clerks or the manager or something? She was making a big old stink, like she wanted the attention, like she was trying to make it seem like something about the locks. I don't know if she was swapping out like some of the old locks and stuff, but it looked brand new. It doesn't look like dirty like the rest of the door.
And
Yes,
they put metal there so you couldn't chip away the wood to pull that little latch out.
Exactly.
Well, that's why the police was like, well, how did they get in? Because you can't do that. If you're not going to pull the wood back, you basically got to break that door frame.
Yes.
And the door frame wasn't broke. You guys see it? The door frame wasn't broke. That's why I stopped it, because I wanted it to start back, because I want everybody to pay attention to that door too. And
Look
then
the deadbolt is brand new. I brought it up close. There's not even a scratch on
it. And his shirt, right on the sleeves, there's like blood stains there or something there. I mean, just pay attention to it.
The door is broke right here, as you can see. It doesn't have a latch on it, so we use chain now to lock it up, and that's where he came in. He lifted the door up, and right here, as you can see, it's been kicked in or tampered with, if you would call it, and it made its way through here while we were all asleep. Quiet, I guess. I don't know why nobody heard him around here. And then Indy here. This is where the boys slept. This is where they were sleeping that night. They slept in the bed. He just came in, just stood over him, just watched him. The cameras are here, directly at the crib, watching. They just picked him up, took him back that way, carried him, just like carried him. Brought him back this way, and just took him back out that way. And from there,
That boy was when he was having a flashback. If you watch his mannerism.
Never stands actually in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of pivots a little bit on the side and around on the other side, but he never actually he doesn't like you said, he's flashing back or something, and he doesn't want to stand directly in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of noticed that too, the way he was walking, like he pivots around it a little bit.
Yeah,
what he's showing him.
This is Let's Talk News. And also when he was having an interview with that guy in front of the house, if you notice, people who are thinking about what happened or they feel bad or they're not feeling bad. I'm like, I don't know. They feel some kind of emotion. I don't know what you want to call it. But he was looking down, like he was not looking
They're recollecting.
He was talking to. Right. He was thinking about what he did. And at the same time, that guy was not being looked at in any way. Like if I'm talking to somebody, I'm looking straight at your eyes. I want to see what kind of, who I'm talking to. I don't look at the floor. I'm talking to you and I'm looking in your eyes. And if the way he was looking down, they tell you on body language, when people look down, that is, they're like, they're thinking about what they did in the, whatever they've been through, what he did. What he's guilty of, basically. So he looked down. He never looked at the man except for maybe one time, but it's because he asked him a question and then he looked straight back down again, like he was thinking about what happened.
That's right.
I wonder, so what do you guys think? You think, what else? Little Mary says, great actor. I look down all the time. Some says, I look down all the time.
But there's a difference. There's a difference in maybe you looking down all the time. You can actually feel the guilt that he was feeling. Either he was doing the carrying or he was there watching it being done. He was feeling. This was a feeling this young man was having. This wasn't everyday looking down. This was, I got to have it in looking down because I fell before. So I'm always watching when I am out of my chair. When I get to walking, I make sure that I'm looking down, that I don't trip over nothing because I'm scared of falling again. But
I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly.
He's literally looking down as he's having this interview. It's not like when you're walking, because I look down too because I don't want to trip. There's too many holes out there that you could just trip on. But this kid was looking down while the guy was talking straight to him.
Yes. He was not trying to have eye contact whatsoever. He refused to have eye contact.
It started looking to me like it was starting to like bother him about whatever he was saying to the media at the time. So, you start like, oh, am I saying too much? You already gotta double think for yourself because you standing there lying. And it just seemed like to me that he was really feeling it. And I don't know why he covered his face and all of that. Like, you was low key seeing everything that was being done.
Hello, Betty.
Good evening, everyone. How's everybody?
Fine
Good
as
evening.
you.
I'm doing fine. Thank you. Just listening to you all. Got some great points going on. I just I just believe everybody should be locked up. The grandmother, the son, everybody. You know how I feel about that. Um, it's no way you being a mother. I could not, that you codependent with the son, but you put them children in harm's way. And I just wonder how she feels now with the one grandson living. And that baby's going through a lot. I don't much care about the grown-ups. They're going to get what they get. But we have a baby that's left behind that his twin is no longer there. And, everybody's, the mother was doing what she had to do. All of us go through our hard times, and I can't imagine how she feels now. Her baby gone because of a mother's dislike for her, and that's probably all it was. Trevor's mother didn't like her, and excuse me, she'd rather see them babies with anybody but her. That makes no sense to me. You know, we we can't choose people for people, and I just don't know. When we think about this little boy, he knows who came in that room. They not gonna tell us, but he knew exactly who picked his brother up. And I think he was the target because he could talk, he could tell things, and things happened to him, and his father allowed them to happen. His mother wasn't there. His father put him there. His father should be locked up for murder, just as well as excuse me, you know what? I didn't even say the word out loud, but for this incident as well, he left his son in harm's way. I don't care how much high you get. Sell yourself. Leave the babies out of it. You left them kids in harm's way, and I don't.
I don't know what happened to her.
She's driving. She's driving.
Yeah.
And not only that, the the grandmother who was paying, she's just as guilty. She is guilty also. It's just like a whole domino effect. That's the way it should go down. Everybody who's involved, including CPS, I mean CPS, the ones who come and get the children or try to find out where they at, the people who, the cops, everybody who was fibbing about what was going on, because every time somebody told a story, then another person had to tell a story, and it just kept on. It just kept on, kept on, to it turned to a great big snowball. And this is what we got. That grandmother, if she never get a day, that baby, she's gonna have to live with this for the rest of her life.
Right.
Right. I wanted to ask the question too. We hear now that he was pulled over in November at 3 a.m. in the morning. Where would you be going with kids in the car at 3 a.m.? So were you running then so that you wouldn't have to, like I heard someone say, neither one of them had custody. They couldn't have. So, it was free for all. But where were you going with the babies at 3 o'clock in the morning? And then the police didn't have sense enough. You got drugs in the car, and you tell them, oh, he probably said, my wife is coming to get me. He could not have said, my girlfriend.
Yeah, he even could have said, my baby's mama.
Exactly. He had
They
to
wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't have known if that they
Exactly,
wasn't
SP.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have known who it was. You're right. He must have given that police the impression that Monica, excuse, I'm going to say Monica because I believe that's who picked him up. Monica was those children's mother, and the mom gonna come and get him. She gonna pick us up, and that's why the police was. And he might not have waited. He might have waited to see if he pulled up in that car, but you didn't. You didn't lock him up. He had drugs in the car with kids.
I think he did get locked up. That's why they had somebody with the kids.
So if you know if all that happened and the grandma has the paperwork or know that he got picked up, I mean he got stopped, and that he told them that somebody was going to come and get them. I would hope that when they came, they said, and your name is, and it should be hopefully in the report. I pray that that's what happened, that when they turned them babies over to whoever, that they said, do you got any, because any, like anybody, if he got drugs, so I'm not going to just turn you over to anybody, but I want to see some type of ID or something, and then they write it down, boom, 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 boom. And so I pray that if it all went that way, that when it happened, that there should be a report that shows who came and got them kids, and then you'll know who, like I believe it was Monica, but it would actually show who came and got them babies.
Okay, so
that's what happened.
Hopefully we can get those reports. We're trying to get those reports and see if that is true. November reports, because what I've noticed about this case, especially they have not gave any of the evidence to DB's attorney, which is Heath Harris. So a lot of the negative and finger pointing towards DB is already out there first. Everything out there against him, or everything is first. And if you know anything about politics and things, what you hear first is pretty much just what's on your mind and what you've seen. So you're trying to debunk something that has been embedded in your mind. And that's why some people will come on here and say, well, when he came back, SP, and I said, what do you mean when he came back? Are you saying it was him the first one? Because I don't know. And if I know, I don't know. I know you don't know because we wasn't there. So you got in your mind because of the media and what everybody has said that it is him. And that's not even what I say can be true, because everyone is innocent until proven guilty. But the police has placed him there and said, nope, we're going to have this town little neighborhood meeting. We've got the criminal, you guys. He did it all by himself, you guys. And I didn't think that's what you're supposed to do.
SP,
I think they were just trying to shut it down because I think that they know that they've been kind of slacking too, you know what I mean, with responding and stuff to the whole, to everything in general. So maybe they just wanted to shut it down because that kind of opened up Pandora's box,
Yep.
So it opened up the box, and then everybody's asking questions, and they're like, "Oh snap!" You know what I mean? Like we haven't been doing our due diligence at responding, or just doing what we're supposed to be doing at taking care of the neighborhood, basically.
It's Let's Talk News. So basically, what I'm reading in the papers, as far as what I'm understanding, is do they have? This is what I need to know: is do they have camera? I mean, do they have videos of him doing this outside the house, or are they just talking about inside the house? I know that they're saying that they got blood evidence, But do they have cameras outside the house that they're talking about, or do they keep talking about what happened in Monica's house? I haven't heard anything about other cameras other than that camera, because she pointed at him out. It wasn't like, oh, that's him outside in the streets. They're talking about, from my understanding, they're talking about the cameras in the house. I haven't heard anything about the street cameras or the bell cameras or whatever, doorbell cameras.
Now, was it said that that somebody was supposed to have video, or was it just assumed that somebody had video to see him laying this child coming out, putting him down?
That was supposed to have been, I believe, the grandfather said that. Mr. Pickerton, Kirk Pickerton, said something about it was recorded. I haven't heard anybody else say anything else.
They're saying all kind of stuff. I mean, I even heard a YouTuber putting out that the baby walked out the woods all by himself or something. And I'm like,
yeah, sure.
And people were gathering that information from that YouTuber because they had inside conversations with Monica. So they were thinking, oh, they're putting out some information we don't know. They were putting out some bull.
Somebody been drinking too much.
And I think Monica's when that cameraman was talking to Monica, that interview is going to hang her. I don't know if y'all watched, but while she was talking, that cameraman was getting every nook and cranny in that house. You know, you would have thought, I mean, they showed her, but they kept on going around letting you look at stuff all in the corners and this and that. Because I believe he was looking at it like, do y'all believe what you seeing? You know, these kids was actually living like this, and she act like she was such as the babysitter or the mother of the year. But he was actually giving you footage all around the house. If DB's lawyer better go back and look at that, because he was showing everything.
Yeah. That's why they were following right behind him the way they were, because they could get the view of everything. Like the sliding glass door, like it is small, you know. And if you think about how he picked him up, there's no way would have got through holding him the way he was, you know what I mean, and not make noise or hit the side of the sliding glass door, you know, bump into it or something, and you would have heard it shake or something, you know.
Yeah, you guys, he could walk through the door by himself, let alone with a baby in his arms.
You guys want to hear something?
Yes, ma'am.
You always want to hear something.
Yeah, this is it probably won't be a surprise to you, but I just want to share this with you guys. So a lot of people were talking about, okay, Monica's dad owns the home, and then some people went and did their research and said, no, Monica's dad doesn't own the home. They're renting the home. But let me tell you something. Monica's home is a Section 8 home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Yep. Let's get that straight. It's a Section 8. She was not supposed to have felons living in that house.
Yeah.
And she was supposed to report when anybody moved in that house. She done had Tom, Dick, and Brady all in that house. Predators, pedophiles, everything in that house.
Yeah, because I have Section 8 housing, and they have to, they want to know everybody that's in there. And if you don't tell them, they'll send an inspector to come or an investigator to come investigate. If somebody tells them, hey, she's got somebody staying over there.
And just the fact information out there of who all lived in that house. And Monica's not supposed to have all of these people living in that house.
Nope.
Right. Just the fact that she's on probation, SP, to me, that seems to be in violation. I'm not sure how it is in Texas, but I know when I lived in LA and the way it is now here in Pennsylvania, You're not
Amen.
allowed to be hanging out with known felons or people that are still
No
engaging
association.
in
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
whatever the past
Even if
infringement
it's
was.
because there was
But
a girl I knew.
you're not supposed to have no. I mean, it can be even kids.
Anybody, yeah, because they have to
You're
run a
not,
background check and they have to check on them and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, you're not supposed to have nobody come in the house. It can be a baby that's 2-year-old. You better tell somebody that they don't.
They'll shut it down real quick.
Yep.
I
You can
know
come
where
visit,
I
but you
live
can't
at.
live there.
I know where I live at up here. I live in like a Sharpsburg, but where I live at, if I have a visitor, they only allowed to come. I'm only allowed to have somebody stay here. I think 4 times out of a year. I'm allowed to have somebody come. So if I have somebody come out of town, they can come visit. But for somebody actually coming and staying 6 months or even a month is pushing it. And you
It's
really
taking
have
it's
to
only
go
like
down.
2 weeks. I think it's like 2 weeks
Yeah, but
tops.
you really have to go and tell my property manager that my family came into town and they're gonna be in for a month. So you have to let them know because
And even if
everybody's
you're going on
watching.
vacation too, they
Right.
want to know when you're going to be not in the house too, so they know that you're not going to be at that house at that time. So if anything were to happen, that they know that you gave them notice that you were going on vacation or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, because like my kid and his wife, we pay for the rent, and our names are on there as well. And we can't go stay over there past couple of days. So I don't
Right.
like she was doing all this illegal stuff. She's not supposed to have a certain amount of people per room. She's not supposed to have a certain amount of people in the house. She's not supposed to have like boyfriends living over there or anybody like that. It has to be like your kids, yourself, and whoever's on that list, and no felonies at all. No matter.
And you know what? And we got to be real. We got to be a little real though. Even say like the young mothers or whatever, whoever got Section 8, or even if you got townhouses and stuff, we know that your boyfriend and stuff is not on the lease. But I mean, come on now. We know that people stay, far as the boyfriends or whatever, they have men that stay there with them. Now they're not supposed to be there, but they do, and everybody is not bad. You can have a couple that's not married and the baby's daddy or whatever staying there and everything is all peachy clean. But it's the riffraff that brings attention to stuff, because if somebody comes stay at your house, if you're in housing Section 8, if somebody comes stay at your house and something happened that's illegal, you get put out also.
Property
Yeah.
You
damage
get
too.
kicked off the property.
Yes.
Right. But what I was pointing out, like all of this stuff, I mean, she just did not abide by the rules, laws, and regulations. Here's this woman that's okay. People that's on Section 8, if they need the help, they need the help. But then when you put people on Section 8 and then, their rent is only about $10 a month, and then they living in a 6-bedroom house, 4, 3, 2, whatever.
Taking advantage.
And then they're having other kids come over. They can smoke weed all they want, drink, like the Primos or whatever. Drink how much ever. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You make people that need help and get assistance from the government. You make them look bad.
Yep.
Because the people that working that has to pay $400, $800, $900 a month to stay somewhere, and you're staying around them for $5 a month.
Or people that are on the waiting list for years
do?
and years and years to get a place, and they can't get a place because somebody's right there taking that space and having all that kind of activity. So you're taking a space from somebody. Because I actually just got my place because I was in a homeless situation. You know what I mean? So they had funding that was given to the, to the state or whatever. And that's how I was able to finally get a roof over my head. And I'm entirely grateful. Nobody comes in and out of my house. Nobody, even my 7-year-old's dad was like, hey, can I, because he had a hard up time. And I'm like, nope, sorry, I'm on Section 8. I'm so glad I have that excuse, because you know what I mean? So that I could use that. But, yeah, I can't even have that. And I remember I had food stamps. I mean, this was years ago, but my daughter's dad, she's 24 now, but my daughter's dad, because if there's an absent parent in the home, like if they feel like just randomly want to audit some files or audit a case, they came one time. There was an investigator that came one time and was looking for her dad, her biological dad that I haven't been with, and he's never stayed with me. But they came to see if he was residing in my home, and they wanted to do a walkthrough and see if there was any men's clothing or anything like that. You know what I mean? And that was just random. That was probably just a random audit, because I was like, who are they looking for? Yeah,
that was welfare a long time ago.
Yeah. But they came, they came to check and make sure that he was really an absent parent, that he wasn't there, and I was over there taking advantage of the system.
And you guys got to remember Monica's mom's supposed to have custody of her kids, and then she just done gave her the kids and just went on her merry way. Everything that this woman has done, be honest with yourself. She just does not follow the rules and the direction, and this is why we're here.
Monica does what Monica wants when Monica wants to do it. And nobody else has any regard. She has no regard for anybody that's in her way. If you're in her way, she will eliminate that obstacle.
Well, she's spoiled.
She just wants meth. That's true.
And
her parents have enabled her, though, too. You know what I mean? Her parents enable her, and they would enable her even after the fact. When men would try to get out of her life, they would actually go physically get in a car and go look for that man and go pick him up and bring him back to the house, because Monica's so obsessive, and so it's about me. She only had one job, they said, at Walmart for like a couple months. They said her whole entire life. She's never had to do for nothing. For nobody.
That's what that baby's dad said, that her son's father said, that when he tried to leave her, they came and looked for him. They was gonna bring him back to her.
And they told him, get back in the car, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Said that he felt like he was held hostage. I mean, if you really, he didn't really say it like that, but the person, the female that was interviewing, as kind of as a female would ask, he's a man and he didn't want to really say it, but he goes, yeah, I guess you could say that. Like he didn't have a choice. He was like basically held like hostage there, and he did it for the kids, because he was always thinking about the kids and wanted to be something stable for the kids a little bit. I mean, he wasn't all there, he wasn't all in his right mind at that time either, but he was trying his best, but he said that he couldn't leave that house even if he wanted to.
Another thing with Monica, look how she has her kids all over the place with, they're sitting there making videos on, hold on one. Sorry about that. That's my dog. She likes to bark. I'm sorry. No, like with Monica, she's allowing these kids to run rapid through her house, making these videos, social media, and we all know she already knows that she's probably watching them on those social medias, because she has social media herself. If she wasn't into social media, I would say, oh, maybe they're doing it without her knowing about it, but I'm pretty close to sure she knows about how they're holding them guns in them videos.
And they're little too. There's some young kids in there too, in those videos. Little young ones.
Yes. And she has these kids walking in and out of that house like they own it. And all she's doing is doing the drugs. She's not worrying about nothing else but drugs.
Yeah. And that's what happens. That's what happens when them young boys, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, SP, but that's what happens when them young boys be selling them drugs, and they have a place to sell it from, and this and that. They take over your house.
That's why they call it a trap house. Yeah, that's why they call them a trap house. They take over it. Because they say as long as you pay the house, that's what the thing, that's the saying, like as long as you pay the house, then you're good. But you have to pay the house. So you have to pay something towards the house, towards the person who's letting you take up that space. So if you're providing them drugs or whatever you're providing for them, but you got to pay the house.
Yeah.
Wow. There's one more thing I would like to discuss before we get off for tonight. is someone brought to my attention that Cameron's child is a boy and not a girl, and her daughter's child is a girl.
Right.
Is that true or not true?
Yes, he has a boy, which is the one,
Okay.
I forgot his name, but that's the one I shared with you with the mom at that little play area where they're playing together, and she was playing with him. That's a boy, and then the daughter has a girl.
That's
Okay.
a lot of little young
Who
toys.
Monica's daughter has a little girl?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the daughter has a girl, and
Oh.
Cameron has a boy.
Let me see. I don't know if it was you. Let's talk news. Let me see what you.
I know I sent you a video, but it wasn't of the babies. It was of all those kids.
Okay. Yeah, I got your.
The smoking and drinking and flashing money, and that little youngster with all that money in his hand.
And Cameron sitting over there.
Okay, let's talk news. You're showing that yes, you did. You sent me a picture of him, but I've got a picture of the baby girl. Is her daughter's baby?
Mm-hmm. Didn't even know she had a baby.
The one I sent you with the black girl that's playing with that little boy, that's the mom, and that's Cameron's son.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And then I got that off of Kurt Pickerton's Facebook.
Yep, Cameron's baby is mixed.
Mm-hmm. He's a cutie pie.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's quiet. I just wanted to make it clear because I know a lot of people was like Cameron's baby, and I was saying Cameron's baby too. But Cameron's baby is a boy.
Yes.
And all those toys that was in that back room is a girl's toys. So that's Monica's daughter's baby's toys.
Yeah.
And her crib too. That's her crib, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they just threw that stuff back to the
baby. I just sent you a picture of when Cameron's boy was a baby, newborn baby, in that little incubator, in the crib, the one in the nursery.
Right. Well, I didn't receive it. Okay.
I just sent it.
I can't show the kids' picture. Well,
I know.
I just can't show them.
I know.
He's cute though.
Yeah. And it says on here, my first grandkid. That's what it shows on there. On his Facebook. And I'm trying to find his name for you so you can know that that is a boy.
So is Cameron's baby older than her baby?
That's what it looks like, yes.
I'm gonna get out of here, SP, because I gotta go. My kids are out there. It finally rained here in Tucson, so like it's been hot and wretched. So they're out there, and my son doesn't have a shirt on. I don't want him to get bit.
All righty, thank you, thank you.
All right, bye.
Infamous. You guys, we got 6 more minutes, and then we're out of here. Any last words? Anybody got any last things that they want to share? We got 6. Actually, we got 5 minutes. Share your last thoughts before we get out.
I, for one, hope that the grandmother, I hope that law works for her. I really hope that she get the information, and I hope that whoever sent her that information helps her get the stuff that she needs, because it's definitely a lot of people who's involved.
Right. Life with Dry. Her daughter is the one that told Monica or reminded her they had cameras. No, that was Matthew that reminded Monica that they had cameras. Remember Monica said Matthew was the last one to go in, and Matthew was like, Mom, we got cameras.
Right. Matthew is the one that told them about the cameras.
The daughter was the one that kept telling her this. Allegedly, this is Monica's story, sitting there saying, Mama, somebody did this to our baby.
Our babies.
Yeah.
Somebody did this to
Exactly.
our baby. And she said, no, they wouldn't do this to. And she didn't want to believe she said that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what she was saying.
Something's really wrong with this story, you guys.
Cause did Monica ask the cameraman, did they want to did you want to see the video, or I got a video?
Yeah, she said that at the end of her interview. They play it, but it's really actually before, but they play it at the end, and she says, "Hey, I've got a video of what happened. You want to see it?" And I'm like, who would talk like that about you know
a situation?
She was getting that money, like, okay, if you came to only give me $500 before you leave, I want to make sure you give me $1,000 if you want to see that video. And they said, you want to see the video? And she showed it to him, but she wouldn't let him record it and say, if you let us take that video with us, we'll probably give you $1,500. And she said, here you go. That's all she gave him. She said, here you go.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off because I don't want to forget to tell you. His grandson's name, Cameron's son, his name is Caden Liam Maury.
That's a boy.
Born 9/2/2019.
2019-21. I'm just thinking, is the toys look like they're a little older for the girl, so maybe she just started walking.
Yeah, because he would be 2 this year. You know. So a crib is appropriate for her age. The blankets and the toys that we've seen, the ones that you can walk around and hold on to. But for toddlers that's 4 years old, they're not going to be walking around. I mean, no, they do play with it. No, let me take that back, because my grandson, he comes over and he plays with his little push toys and stuff still. Yeah, he does. But he definitely ain't playing with no pink ones, though.
Right.
You know. Anyway. All right. Anybody else got anything? We got 1 minute and 10 seconds left. We're out. All right. Thank you guys for joining the panel tonight. Thank you.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I lasted all the way through, not like yesterday, day for yesterday.
You did. I like it when it's not as long as 3, 4, 5 hours, because you get nothing done. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? We still want more information. We're trying to gather more information. If anybody has information, please text it to me. You guys know the number. Text it to me and we will go over it. This is the conversation room, and we will. This is why we go over it. This is where we go over it at. So when people come in and be talking about, you're wrong, what are you talking about? We're going over stuff. We're trying to find out if it's right or wrong. We don't need nobody coming over here telling us nothing. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Zan. Thank you, Let's Talk News, once again.
You're welcome, darling. If I get any more information, I would definitely be sending it to you.
All right, I'll be talking to you later.
Okay, babe. All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
All righty. And be blessed, everybody.
Bye-bye. All right. Okay. Family members. SP, does the little girl belong to Emily? Misty Blue, I really don't. You know what I hear? Thank you, Keish Love. Thank you for the super chat. I didn't even see it. Most of the time, I don't see what's going on over here. You guys are the best. Let's see. Keish Love, thank you for the super chat. She gonna be all in there. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Keish Love in the building. All right. Thank you, Keish Love, for that super chat. Okay, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. I will see you guys Friday live at 5 p.m. Central Time. I don't believe we will have a pop-up tomorrow. We might have a pop-up. We're going over some things. If we find anything, we will have a pop-up. But I do have to work tomorrow. I usually don't, but I am working tomorrow also. I will see you guys. Thank you guys for joining us this evening. And we're going to still be checking some things out. All right? All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Hold your power.
I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life, accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself, you will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break.